Hi. Um, this video is going to be a bit different than my normal content. Basically, the idea of this video is just for me to just ramble and talk about whatever I feel like talking about. Just random stuff. It could be movies, shows, TVs, kind of like a podcast. But I don't know, just whatever is on my mind. Just feel like talking about. I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video yet, but I have rough idea of what I want to talk about. And what that is the term stop to smell the roses. It's cliche, everyone knows. I'm sure you've all heard that quote somewhere. And basically, over time, it just became cliche, like, oh, you just need to stop to smell the roses. Ha ha ha. But I feel like it kind of got watered down and over, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, it just lost its true meaning, which is to actually like take a step back and actually slow down in life and just take in the little things. And basically, what I mean by that is we're all busy people. We all want to just go, go, go. Just need to go to class, need to get to work, need to get home, do this, this, and that, need to run to town, doing some errands. But when was the last time you've actually sat down and either just sat outside, didn't have your phone on you, didn't do anything, and you just took in your surroundings, or looked up at the sky and just look at the stars, or while you're going to your car from the grocery store, just stopped and just take in your surroundings and take in the things that is happening around you. And there's this philosopher, Greek philosopher, who his name is Plato. I'm sure you may have heard that name somewhere, but he's a pretty well-known philosopher who basically focus on basically ethic living and stuff of that nature. And he had a quote that I recently came across. It says, "The greatest wealth is to live content with little." And whenever I read that and basically interpret that, basically I take in like the greatest wealth is to live content with little. So instead of gaining stuff and gaining materialistic things, it's better to live content with very little. And basically there was another philosopher who basically took that quite literally. He's kind of a goof in the philosophy sense. His name is Diogenes. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, his name wrong, but basically he had a quote that says, "A person is more content with the wealth of nature rather than the artificial wealth," which is like money, materialistic things. And he went as far as to basically get rid of all of his stuff, and he lived in a barrel out on the streets. And that was his entire life. Just talking to people, just enjoying life, just living in a barrel, talking to people, and basically taking in the little things. And basically was in touch with nature. Now, I'm not saying that you should just go out into the middle of the woods and just be one with nature, zen, crystals, all this and that. Like, if that's your thing, then go for it, 100%. But what I'm saying is, as people, we want to just get things done quickly, and we take in materialistic things. We're trying to make a living. We need money to live. And to do that, you have to work. And with work, it requires spending a specific amount of time at your job and all this and that. But the in between of going from home to getting to your job or going to the store, when was the last time that you've actually like sat down? And if you actually just sit down and look at everything around you, you realize how interesting and how beautiful life actually is. Like, the other day, I was stuck in traffic. Well, not really traffic. We were still moving along, but we were all just a bunch of cars. And while I'm just sitting there, just cruising along as traffic's moving forward, I'm sitting there just thinking like, man, this sucks, traffic sucks, blah 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 blah. But then I started to like actually like take in my surroundings and look around, and then I started to realize each one of these cars is a different person with a billion different memories, a whole lifetime of memories. And basically just thinking about that, like we're all driving to a place. Like I was going to visit my sister and visit family, and just thinking like each person has a purpose, and each person is currently going somewhere, and basically they are dealing with their own problems. They've maybe someone's going through a breakup, or someone's going through troubles with work or family trouble, and then they're driving to either escape or to go to do those things. And just looking at things and like a different meaning like that, and taking another expression is to step back and view the full picture. That's another quote that people say often, and I find myself saying as well. And it's true. Like, when's the last time you're looking at the fine details of this one picture and this one specific thing, when you forget to look around and look at the full picture and view everything and how it all connects? And because that's all life is, it's just a full system of different people coming together and different things coming together, all to make something work. And there's a full system for it. Like I said earlier, people driving to work, and then their job is to provide something for someone else, and then they provide someone for something else. And it's just a full circle of things. And we are all just get too wrapped up in like doing that process and doing something to provide. Like, that's really what life comes down to, is just providing, and everyone just providing for each other and for themselves, your family, friends, like I said, yourself, pets. We're all, or even strangers. Like, I work at a grocery store and interact with hundreds of people daily, and people are getting off work. People have come from church, funerals. People have come back from funerals, picking up stuff from grocery store, weddings, graduations, birthday, everything. Everyone that comes through has a story. And basically, while I'm working, I like start to realize those things, and just see the like full picture. And it's like, okay, I was like, oh, I make jokes with them, like, oh, whose birthday is it? And I was like, oh, it's my dad's 60th birthday or whatever. And it's just having that little connection with people just every day helps me value life more in a way, because I'm get to like look at the smaller, because I'm getting wrapped up in the big picture, that you forget to look in at the small details, because that's another part of it. We get wrapped up in the full picture of how everything intertwining and everything connecting together, that we forget to stop and look at the finer details. It's like whenever you go to, take an example, an art museum, and you see a painting or a sculpture or something, and you look at it and you're like, wow, this picture's very amazing. It's beautiful. Love the way it looks and how it all comes together. But then as you get closer to that painting, you get to see the detail of basically the brush strokes, and see basically how it looks on the canvas, like see the little lines on the canvas and stuff. And you start to take in and appreciate the smaller things as well. And with that, it makes things feel more beautiful. And I don't know, it's just something that's just been on my mind, to just stop, take a moment, breathe, and to just look at the finer details of things, and to look around and basically just see like, oh yeah, this is a full system going on. People coming in, getting groceries or getting stuff for their restaurant, or people going to a job interview. Maybe they just lost their job. Every person around you has a different story and has different purpose. And if you, if the person that I'm talking to right now, I'm looking at you specifically, if you feel as if life is overwhelming and there's just a lot going on at once, then what you simply need to do is to just stop and smell the roses, and to just appreciate the finer things, and to take in the more detailed parts of the painting than looking at the whole picture. Or if you're a person who is stuck at basically just viewing the small details and you're focused on this one thing and putting energy into this one thing, then you start to miss the point of the full picture. And you just need to take a step back and then look at everything around you and like, okay, this is all connected. Everyone on this planet is connected one way or another. Like going on Amazon, you find a product. Think about every person that comes along, that the full process of getting that package to you. And it's in a way, the package itself has its own story if you want to go that deep with it. But I don't know, it's just important to just stop and smell the roses and to just appreciate the smaller things, but also to look at the bigger picture as well. And it's like a giant machine, and we're all gears, and just another gear in the machine. That's another quote that people say, like, oh, I'm just another cog in the wheel. But then if you take a step back and realize, oh, that cog is also helping this cog, it's also helping this one and this one and this one, and it's all intertwined together, and you just realize like how things actually start to work. I'm basically just starting to repeat myself over and over, and I don't think I have much else to add, but I do want to say that if this helped at all for any of you, then I'm glad it's done something. It's just been something that's been on my mind, because for me, I do forget to look at the smaller details, and I often forget to just take a step back and look at the bigger picture. And something that helps me remember that is just looking up at the stars, just going out at night, look up at the stars, and just start to realize that we are a lot smaller than we actually are. Whether you believe in aliens or not, that's completely up to you. But what I mean is, looking at the stars, some of those are, all those stars that you see are like millions of light years away, thousands of light years away, and makes you start to put in the scale how small Earth actually is, and how small as people we actually are, and as basically beings on this planet. And that often is times where I feel basically at peace, because it makes me feel like I have a purpose then, by looking at the smaller details and realizing that there's a full system going on. And I don't know, I just hope one day for you, this might be helpful for you. If not, that's okay. I'm glad you stayed for this video, and I'm glad you just listened to me. Like, I'm glad that you're here. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. If you want more of these, just drop a like or leave a comment. I would love to hear from you guys. But with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.